Alright, so let's get started. So I have not opened this. I haven't opened any of the packages. It took a long time for me to get this. Long story with an Ulta shipment. So before opening the actual palette, I'm going to open up this little mystery pouch. It's not much of a mystery because, you know, what's outside of the palette, you're going to get in this cute little pouch. I like the metallic accents on it. I think it's really cute. Ooh, just like every other Too Faced package, it comes with little instructions for different kinds of looks on a glam. Go big or go goth. And then you have glitter is the new black, which I think it's great that they added the glitter one in there because it does come with a pot of glitter, and some people haven't used glitter before, so it's nice to give them a little bit of instruction. Next in our little pouch, we have, I feel like this looks actually like camping food. Obviously not, you know, leopard print, cheetah. I feel like it's leopard, I'm not sure. Anyway, you know, it looks like it comes in one of those little pouches or like instant noodles. But next we have the Shadow Insurance, which I believe this is a deluxe sample of this, but still, even with this amount, I really don't think that matters because this will last you a very long time. Next we have my absolute favorite mascara, the Better Than Sex Mascara, and I'm super excited about this because it's purple. I have top quality mascara like this in a really cool color. That's very exciting. And then two more things in here. Alright, we have the little pot of glitter. Let's open this up and see if it has a sifter. It's like the number one. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Ugh. So this has no sifter at all. So I just opened it and it went like all over my pants. Yeah, I don't like that at all packaging wise. I feel like that could have been done a lot better. You know, just looking at it, it looks very cute, you know, Too Faced and, you know, little thing, glitter and whatever. But if I open up a glitter, I want to be able to pull off the little plastic covering off of a sifter and be able to take it out myself. I do not like the idea of glitter just going everywhere. The palette comes with a full-size Too Faced sketch marker. Now, as you guys have seen from my other Instagrams and some of my other videos, I've fallen in love with the Too Faced sketch marker. So I'm excited to get another one, especially in a full size. So this is very exciting in that respect. And of course, if you're gonna, you know, be creating a whole bunch of eyeshadow looks, you're gonna need some liquid eyeliner. So I'm excited that they included that in the palette. And last but not least, the palette itself, outside of the Nikkie Tutorials Too Faced leopard box. So when life gives you lemons, punch it in the face and ask for glitter. And that's a quote from Nikkie. So let's open this up. Ooh, it's like I'm almost nervous because I've heard of all these other reviews, good from, you know, a lot of the high-end YouTubers and, you know, some of the, you know, not so popular ones. I've seen some of them actually give bad reviews on this. So I'm excited to give you my personal opinion. I'm going to be testing this out like I test anything else out. And yeah, so let's open this up. Ooh. Okay, show us your looks. Oh, and they give you the little hashtag inside, so that's easy enough. So one thing I totally just noticed was that the palette doesn't have a mirror. That's like unheard of. How do you create a whole palette without a mirror? If I just wanted to take this on the go, I don't want to have to think about, you know, bringing a big enough mirror to do my makeup in. Like even their palettes have mirrors. Too Faced bonbons. Mirror. Not only does it not have a mirror, it also does not include their glitter glue. Now, if you're gonna include a whole thing of glitter and make a big deal about it, the fact that Nikkie Tutorials is all about glitter and glam and glitz, and then not include the actual glitter glue made by Too Faced to add the glitter to it, I feel like that's kind of not underhanded per se, but I feel like it's making you go buy the full size from Sephora instead of it just being included. I feel like they should have included the Shadow Insurance as well as the glitter glue, or like again, just a deluxe sample size, something like that, so that someone has something to start with. This versus a lot bigger than I thought it was. It's a lot bigger than it looks on screen. So that's really cool, because when I first saw it on Instagram and stuff like that, the blush, the two tones of blush and like the bronzer and highlighter looked like what the eyeshadows look like. Like to me, these eyeshadows look a hell of a lot bigger than what, you know, a typical Too Faced palette comes with. And then these blushes look like the deluxe minis, and so do these. I was expecting these to be a lot smaller compared to the pictures. So the fact that they're a lot bigger, so I'm automatically a little bit happier. And all right, so let's go through the colors. Now, whenever I do swatches, I do the same thing for all of them. So I do swipes, so I do 1, 2, 3, and then I'll do it on my skin, 1, 2, 3. So far with the first row, as you can see here, my skin's pretty light, so it's a little difficult to see. But I feel that they swatched pretty smooth. I feel that they're not exactly opaque per se. So if you were looking at sugar coated or frosted young, these top 2 shades right here, I don't think these would be great for like straight on color as far as swatches go. But I feel like these would be good going over a full white base or something like that. Or if you were going to use sugar coated, that pink glittery color, I feel like that would go great on top of a pink that's already kind of that color to add the shimmer to it. So this one kind of sucks. This is definitely, it's very sheer, it's very, I don't know if you can see it, but it's very patchy. So you can see a lot of shadow here, but there's like almost nothing over here where I first did it. Our next color is Painkiller. I'm gonna use my pinky for this one. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that feels really gross. I don't like that at all. As you can see, even, I don't know if you guys can see because my camera's not that good for like that kind of stuff. You can see it, I don't know, but it like clumped up on my pinky before I even swatched it. So let's see how it looks. 1, 2, yeah, ew. No. 1, 2, 3. That's like the 6th rub in to get it smooth, and it just clumped on the right side and then just like smeared out on the other side. Definitely probably one of the most opaque colors in the palette. The swatch is definitely a lot better than the other ones. It went on a lot smoother. And even putting on the swatch, I really liked it. So this is probably the first shadow I'm like actually enjoying, and I might use this as like a smoky look. All right, using my middle finger, we're gonna go under Mystic Hour, which is this one. And go right under Makeup and Chill. I might have to change my mind. This color is really cool. The swatch is definitely a lot better than the other ones. Still a little bit patchy, you know, kind of some clumps came through over here. Other than that though, I feel like this one is definitely a lot smoother than the other ones. It adds that shimmer to it, and it's also like a really cool, like darker blue kind of color. Next we have Wham Bam, which is the color I'm most excited about, and I'm really hoping it's a really good formula, which is this really brilliant purple color right here. I'm gonna use my ring finger. Feels a little sandy, and it definitely clumps up a lot on my finger. I think you can see that. So it's not as smooth as this one. It's pretty clumpy. We'll see how it looks. Let's see, and all right, so this is not as good as the other one. But again, putting it on the skin is different than the eyes, so we can see later how that works. Finally, Wanted, which would be great for all the smoky eyes, so hopefully it goes on very nice. We're gonna use my pinky for this. 1, 2, 3. All right, it goes on very smooth on my finger. Felt very smooth. Let's see how it swatches. Right this way. All right, a little patchy, but I feel overall you'll be able to blend that out, I feel like. These two are definitely the best 2 swatches of this entire palette. Everything else is either really shitty or just subpar for a typical Too Faced shadow. Alright, so now we're going to swatch the blushes, the bronzer, and the highlighter. So first is I Will Always Love You, which is super cute. It's much more like a coral, orangey kind of blush. So let me get up closer so you guys can see. Again, we're going to use our usual swatch protocol. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was so much easier. Should have done that with the other stuff. Okay, so first is the blush, which is right here. This is the I Will Always Love You. The pink one is Justify My Love. This is Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is Champagne Truffle. Now this is the before picture before I put anything on. And then I started off with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer and foundation just to keep the Too Faced theme, as well as the Hangover primer. Then I took the Shadow Insurance by Too Faced that came with the palette to prime my eyelids all the way up to my brow bone using my finger. Making sure to get every nook and cranny. Then I set that using my Morphe M504 with the Shadow Ivy from the palette. And I use this because it's the lightest shade, so I wanted to make a really nice canvas for the rest of the colors. Then I took that same brush and dipped it into the Chocolate Soleil bronzer and used that as a transition shade, only because I felt like Painkiller was a little too cool for my skin tone, so I went in with the warmer toned bronzer. Blending a little bit more. Then I took a smaller brush and went in with Makeup and Chill. That smaller brush is the Morphe E18 brush. And I wanted to give it like a more of a concise crease instead of using a fluffier brush, because I'm making this kind of like a cut crease, but not really. I just really wanted a strong crease with a nice blend to counteract the packed on super color that's going on my lid. Next, I sprayed my flat brush with MAC Fix Plus. Again, this is a random Allure brush, so it's not anything you're really gonna like go out and find, but any flat packing brush will work. And I went in with Wham Bam from the palette, that beautiful purple color. And the reason I used the MAC Fix Plus is because during the swatch it seemed really patchy and just not that strong. But using the MAC Fix Plus really brought out that color and made it really, really gorgeous. I did have to take a lot of effort and keep reapplying to pack it on. Next up, I sprayed an eyebrow brush with MAC Fix Plus and dipped into Irresistible to make the inner part of my eyeliner. And then I used that same brush in Mystic Hour, which is that shade right there, and to create the outer part of the cat eye. And notice how MAC Fix Plus sprayed brush, it turns these eyeshadows into like a really nice kind of like, not liquidy to where it's running everywhere, but a nice smooth formula to where you can really make it like liquid eyeliner. And that's what I really love doing with any type of eyeshadow. I like to be creative and use all the colors at my disposal and create beautiful cat eyes. I then went in with Mystic Hour for the outer part of the the outer part of the lower lash line, and then I went back in with Irresistible, that gold shade, to do the inner part of the lower lash line as well. Next, I went in with my fluffy brush in Chocolate Soleil bronzer to warm up the face. Now, I've used this bronzer before, so this isn't necessarily a review for this. I can tell you right now, it's amazing. It is the perfect shade, and it's more of a warm tone, I feel, which is really great for me. So if you're cool toned, you can still try it. I think you'll still like it, but it's definitely best for warm tones. Next, I went in with my Real Techniques blush brush with I Will Always Love You, that orange blush shade. And I kept applying. I'm not much for a blush person. I'm really trying to get more into that, so I'm just kind of applying light layers. And then I added a little bit more, and you'll see it right here after I dipped again, and I added way too much. So I had to wipe that off a little bit. There we go. I didn't have a clean brush to wipe it off with, so work with what I had. Then I used my Morphe M510 brush and dipped into that Champagne Truffle that you just saw me dip into, which is the highlighter in the palette. And I was pleasantly surprised. This was a very good idea, using that eyeshadow as a highlighter. Look at that. That is yeah, I'm even surprised now. Look at that serious amount of shine. I'm very happy with that, actually. So I'm actually going to add a little bit more to my temple area, give it like a really, really nice glow. Gotta get it on your nose and the forehead.
And those eyebrows are crap. Blank. Yep, BeneBrows. Threw those on real quick off camera. And now I'm going to use the Better Than Sex Mascara in purple, which I'm really excited about. Yeah, this took me forever to do actually because I didn't know where to put the mirror, my handheld mirror that I was using. So that's why this part's like super, super fast. I have to say the formula itself is much better in black, but I was really happy with the color purple that came out. It was dark enough to really accentuate my lashes, but purple enough to where it was still really cool and different. Next, we're going to use the Too Faced Melted Fig Lipstick. Again, I'm keeping with the Too Faced theme. And this is just a really nice kind of like lighter purpley color that was still a little bit pink. And now I'm noticing that my eyeshadow is very Esmeralda inspired. Definitely thinking about, you know, Halloween and Notre Dame and all that kind of stuff from Disney. And I guess it just kind of came out in my eyeshadow, I guess. And this is the final look. This is the power of makeup. That's my before, and you just saw the after. I really hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. And thank you so much for watching. Now to the final thoughts page. So, final thoughts. Overall, definitely not including the mirror glitter glue is a turnoff, but size of the products are on point. You get a couple full-size products that automatically get to that price, so basically everything else is extra. And there are the extra details. Feel free to read stuff I've already kind of said, but this is a nice visual review for you guys. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The support is most appreciated, and I'll be adding a lot more videos coming up. And stay tuned for bloopers.